And Lee Kuan Yew said, very powerfully, said, I have built this nation with my life. What have I got? A successful Singapore. And then he asked the question, he said, what are you building? Nations of the world that have been able to make great progress, there have been nations that have invested hugely in the leadership capital of the citizens. Nations of the world that have been able to transform systems and build great institutions. There have been nations that have invested heavily in the leadership capital of our young people. I was only 19 years old when the inspiration to build leaders for Nigeria hit me. Only 19. I wept for 3 days when that vision came. It's been 27 years after. We have invested our lives in inspiring a nation that will work. But the truth of the matter is this. The greatest need for Nigeria is to build great leaders and leaders for good. The biggest investment Nigeria can make is not even in the oil development. It is in youth development. And that's why I'm so proud of my friends, because that's exactly where they are putting their money in. If Nigeria must be the best it can be, all these young people you see on the street, we must invest in their capacity to think differently. Their capacity to think differently. We must inspire them to dream of things that are not, that could be. We must inspire young people to generate a vision, sense of vision, because if a man does not have a purpose for waking up, sleeping becomes interesting. So today, my mission here is just to share a few thoughts, 2 thoughts specifically, 2, and I'll take my seat. It was Abraham Lincoln who said, I do not care about who my grandfather was. I only care about who his grandson is going to become. We have made mistakes in this country. We have made mistakes. But the truth of the matter is that we need to leave the mistakes behind and begin to redefine a great vision for our nation. What is Nigeria about? Until we stop the blame game, nothing happens. We must take responsibility. My first charge to you is take responsibility and build from where you are. The building process starts from where you are. Build from where you are. First thing first, you can't build anything until you build self. Personal building, self-leadership, mind leadership, mind transformation, personal development is the secret for nation building. You can't build any institution until you have built the person. We are blind until we know that nothing is worth the making if it does not make the man. Why builders this city is glorious? Why man computed gold? We build in vain until the builder grows. We can't build this country until our young people become our assets. We can't build this country until young people become real assets and we can invest in them. The only way we can invest in them is to change their mindset and infuse in them the spirit of patriotism, the spirit for love for nation, the spirit of builders. That's what this is about. My second message is when we have taken responsibility to build, they will become restless in the process of building. Martin Luther King Jr. said, and I quote him very powerfully, he said, men make history, not the other way around. In period where there is no leadership, society stands still. Progress occurs only when men with vision, men and women with courage, men and women with skill will seize the opportunity to change things for the better. Nothing happens in the family until a leader emerges. Nothing happens in the business until the leader emerges. Nothing happens in Nigeria until leaders emerge. We need a critical mass of leaders thinking differently, with a heart of compassion for one another, with a sense of vision, with a commitment of building for the common good. For the first time in our country, can we inspire our young people to change this country with a commitment that if this country works, it works for everybody. And it works for our unborn children. Posterity will never forgive us if we do not rise and become the leaders this country needs. I celebrate you. Thank you very much.